Good morning. This is Kethan Reddy from NTTF Gannavaram Training Center. Today, I am here to present my shop talk in the month of April. The topic is about die casting. Die casting is a metal casting process that involves feeding molten non-ferrous alloys into dies under high pressure, at high speed, and rapidly create molded products. The main materials used in die casting are alloys of aluminum, zinc, and magnesium. Let us see the image of die casting process. As you can see, the movable die have electric pins, cavity, and fixed die have nozzle, gooseneck, plunger, pot, and chamber. In the chamber, the material will be melted and goes through gooseneck into the core and cavity with the help of plunger. Now we will see the small video about die casting. As you can see, the material is filled with molten material and the die is closed. After closing the die, the molten material goes to the gooseneck and pushed with the help of plunger to the core and cavity. After the cooling, the mold opens. As you can see, the cooling takes time and the mold opens, and with the help of ejector pins, the cavity, the component will be ejected. After, the feed system will be removed. As you can see in the finished product in the front of you. Now, we'll talk about types of die casting. There are two basic die casting processes. One is hot chamber and one is cold chamber process. Now we'll see about hot chamber die casting process. The hot chamber process, as the plunger moves downward and the seals the port and forces metal to the fill the cavity and the gooseneck through the nozzle to the die cavity. After the metal has solidified in the cavity, the plunger withdrawn and the die opens and casting will be ejected. Now this is the image of hot chamber process. As you can see, the mobile die, ejection pin, fixed die, top platen, gooseneck, nozzle seat, and move power cylinder and plunger cylinder and pot, intake port, burner, combustion area. The combustion area helps to molten the material, and the power cylinder will help the plunger to push the molten material to gooseneck. Now we will see the small video about hot chamber process. As you can see, the plunger is helping the molten material to the gooseneck, and the combustion area is helping to mold the material. As you can see, when the die is open, the ejector pins will eject the component. Now, moving to cold chamber process. With cold chamber die casting, the metal is first heated to achieve the molten state in a separate furnace. The molten metal is then transported to the casting machine and fed into the machine's chamber. The machine uses pressurized plunger to force them into the metal to the cavity. The image of cold chamber process. As you can see, the mobile die have ejector pins, cavity, and fixed die have and ladle and ramp and short chamber. As you can see, ladle is helping to pour the material into the short chamber. In this process, the material will be heated in a separate furnace. Now we will see the small video about cold chamber process. As you can see, the ladle is helping to pour the material, and the plunger is helping to push the material into the core and cavity. As you can see, the component is ejected. After closing the die, the ladle is helping to the molten material to the chamber, and the plunger is helping to push the chamber material into the core and cavity. The die cavity is the main thing which gives the shape of the component. Now we will see about hot chamber versus die casting. As you see, the 3D move of the hot chamber machine. As you can see, the moving die, and the fixed die, and either places assembly and furnace moving to a close. When the closed die, the material will be filled in the gooseneck to the core and cavity. You can see the cavity, ramp, and the inlet port and the molten material. As you can see, the inlet nozzle. When the ramp is raised, it opens an inlet port in the chamber and allows the molten metal to fill the chamber. As you can see, in operation of plunger is forced downward for closing the port and then forces the molten material into the cavity. After solidification, the die will opens and the open and eject the parts. Now, cold chamber die casting process. As you can see, the 3D view of the cold chamber process in the injection unit, funnel, and the fixed die, and the moving die, and the planted, and the tie bar. As you can see, the closed the die, and the ladle is helping to pour the material into the funnel. The plunger, short sleeve, screw, and cavity, gate, and the molten metal. As you can see, molten metal is transferred from the heat in the furnace using the transfer ladle and pour into the sleeve. The plunger pushes the molten metal through the sub screw to fill the cavity in die. The moving die moved back and the die casting is ejected using the ejector pins. Thus, casting is produced using a cold chamber die casting machine. This is all about it. Thank you.